Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's August 6th. It's the day before the weekend. Very exciting day. The markets are all closed, but it wasn't a crazy after the bell. But I still got some news for you, so stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm Richard Allen. I appreciate each and every single one of you joining me every Monday through Friday. I'm here on the TipRanks YouTube channel, so if you aren't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that. I would love for you to do that. But we're going to cover the news from the S&P 500. We have DraftKings and Kronos to cover for earnings. But other than that, wasn't a crazy day in the market. Even though the Dow Jones hit all-time highs, the S&P 500 closing at all-time highs as well, and the NASDAQ pretty darn close. So it was a great day for the major indices, but why? So we're going to talk about that here in a second, but let's just look at the numbers. So the S&P 500 up over 4,400 points, the Dow Jones up over 35,200, and the NASDAQ up over 15,100. So really good movement there for the major indices. I want to cover BTC real quick because that's probably the biggest news in the market right now. Up 4% on the day, trading almost at 43,000 per coin for the first time in a long time. So big movement there for BTC. So a lot of the big movers today and after hours were some of the Bitcoin stocks. So something to keep in mind there for BTC. But let's talk about the major indices quick. So the Dow Jones closed up over 100 points for the day. So big day for the Dow because there was a strong, really strong jobs report. Over 900,000 jobs were added in the economy last month in July, and that was really good to see. It was better than expectations, but also not only that, unemployment fell as well, better than expected. So the expectations for unemployment was for unemployment to hit 5.7%, and it hit 5.4%. So because of that, the major indices really rallied. Now the NASDAQ was down about 0.5% today, but the standard companies, the S&P and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, were all up. The tech-heavy NASDAQ was down, and that's because when the broader economy does really well, the major indices, the S&P and the Dow, tend to perform pretty well. So a lot of hospitality jobs, a lot of government jobs, obviously the biggest sector in the economy, but a ton of hospitality jobs, like almost 400,000, I believe it was, for hospitality. So big push there into restaurant, hotels, things like that. So people are traveling more. They're eating out more this summer. And one of the things that the administration came out and said, they said, look, they didn't even take any sort of credit for a good jobs report. They came out and essentially said we are worried about the economy because of the Delta variant. So something to keep in mind, these hospitality jobs are the most susceptible to more COVID issues. So something to keep in mind. I'm not saying that I think the economy is going to fall or we're going to shut down or anything crazy like that. But it certainly could happen if the Delta variant continues to run rampant here in the U.S., and it certainly has over the past couple weeks. So let's jump over to earnings reports for Kronos first. Let's cover Kronos Group, ticker symbol CRON, trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Reported higher revenue, but a larger gross loss in its second quarter than a year earlier. So if you take a peek here, net revenues came in at $15.6 million. That was an increase of almost 60%. However, the company reported a gross loss of $15.8 million in the second quarter of 2021 compared to a gross loss of $2.9 million. So big losses there. The president of Kronos said, our U.S. growth strategy focuses on delivering long-term shareholder value by assembling a best-in-class brand and intellectual property portfolio and positioning to deploy our products in the U.S. market through investments and opportunities with companies that share our vision and commitment to responsibly distributing disruptive cannabinoid products that improves people's lives. In the second quarter of 2021, we were able to lock in a component of that strategy as we made a strategic investment in PharmaCann, a leading vertically integrated U.S. cannabis company. We look forward to capitalizing on opportunities in the U.S. that we expect will strengthen our ability to compete in the emerging market. So they did have an acquisition, or a couple even, and that was one of the main reasons that their loss was so much higher than it was the previous year and during the same quarter. So Cronos didn't perform well today, but they were only down about 1%. So not a huge decline there for Cronos Group. This does come with a hold rating based on 4 analyst ratings, with an average upside of right around 3%. So nothing crazy there for Cronos. DraftKings, let's talk about DraftKings earnings. They came in and they blew out revenue. Over 20% beat for revenue, but their earnings per share they missed by 45%. It was a big miss, but their miss was far less than the miss in the first quarter, which they missed by 84%. So DraftKings didn't have a terrible day, but it didn't have a great day either. They were up 2.2% during normal trading hours, and then down 0.27% after the bell. However, ticker symbol DKNG, I always think that's Donkey Kong. Makes sense. It comes with a moderate buy based on 19 analyst ratings, with an average upside of almost 30% there for DraftKings. Guys, it's been a pretty light day for news. If you know some news that I missed, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend. Remember, we do this every Monday through Friday, at least a couple videos a day from Julie and I. I would love for you guys to subscribe and be a part of the journey. It's been super, super fun. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.